Our thanks to Heisman winners Eddie George and Tim Brown, MVP Saturday Slate. Sponsored by Discover, where every fan is an MVP. The Clash in South Bend headlines today's activities. Today, we've also, though, got a trio of ranked Pac-12 matchups, two of them right here on Fox. UCLA at Utah, Oregon State visiting Washington State. That'll be a good Pac-2 showdown. Plus, Coach Prime in Colorado face a major road test at Oregon. The last Irish win over Ohio State, you have to go back to 1936. We'll talk Kyle McCord a little bit later, but if the Irish are to end that drought, odds are Sam Hartman will have had a Heisman type of Saturday.
Yeah, he's going to have to have a Heisman type of game, and I think he's capable and up for that. Look, this Notre Dame team is as good as I've ever seen it in my lifetime, at least that I can date back to remember. The national championship team's coach, I was only 4 years old, so it's hard to remember back that far, but when you look at all of the different weapons they have on the outside, they're now able to open it up and utilize them because of the arm of Sam Hartman. Look, he's one of the more prolific quarterbacks in college football. It's been the downfield pass game. He's fourth in the country right now in 20-plus yard plays. You see Tobias Merriweather, a big play machine on the outside. Chris Tyree, a ton of speed from the slot. This has been something that's been missing from the Notre Dame offense for quite some time, and they've got that now with Sam Hartman amongst the other pieces. And I think if you're looking at this matchup, Matt, the field is most tilted into the advantage of Sam Hartman, his experience playing in big games. Not so much with Kyle McCord. This will be the biggest moment he's ever played in to date in his college football career. And I think it's a tall task.
It's a tough task going against that defense on the road at night. And I think the most important thing for Kyle McCord today is you have to play within the system. And what do I mean by that? You have an alpha dog on the outside, right? You have Marvin Harrison Jr., maybe the best player in all of college football. Sometimes, coach, as a young quarterback, you want to force feed, you lock into him. Well, that's not going to be the case tonight because you go back to last year, Notre Dame guys did a great job of taking Marvin Harrison Jr. out of the game. He was held to 5 catches. But what did C.J. Stroud do? He played within the system. He took what the defense gave him. He threw for only a couple hundred yards, and they won a low-scoring game. That's the feel of this game for me tonight. Kyle McCord is going to get tested. He's going to see a lot of different looks from a really good defense. You cannot get caught up in all of that. Play within the system. You got great players around you. If he does that, this game will come down to the wire.
Listen, everyone's talking about the QBs, but you know who I love? I love them R-Beast. And one in particular, Brady, Audric Estime.
He's a beast.
The boy is underrated and he is slept on. And he has been averaging over 100 yards scrimmage per game. He's averaging 8.3 yards per carry. And I tell you, when he gets downhill, he is powerful, he got strength, and he is running with bad intentions. But also be on the lookout for the 2 young guys, Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price. They're 2 explosive runners that are going to be X factors in this game today. So watch out for the Fighting Irish backfield to be making plays on this game today.
You know, Mark, you've been there. I used to tell our players, careers are made, legends are born in games like this. Are you kidding me? Ohio State at South Bend. Enjoy it, embrace it, and understand the ramifications. This lives with you forever. The matchup that I'm concerned about as a Buckeye is this. That front 7 of Notre Dame is real. Who's been struggling on offense for Ohio State? That offense line. Watch that, watch it early. If they dominate that line of scrimmage, which is my fear, Notre Dame wins this game. If Ohio State can neutralize it, I think Ohio State wins the game.
We're going to talk about that Notre Dame defense when we open up your playbook a little bit later on. Time now for Bear Bets with Chris Felica. And from a gaming perspective, Bear, this Buckeye-Irish matchup, this one is a tough call for you. Why?
It really is. If you look at the way the tickets, especially at MGM as example, only Colorado has more tickets wagered on them today than Notre Dame does. The Irish are a very popular underdog. And a lot of times in the wagering world, that's not necessarily a good thing. I understand why. And Urban hit on it. The thing that will determine this game is the Ohio State offensive line. If they can protect and get McCord time, get the ball to Abuga, and Marvin Harrison Jr. and Henderson can run, they will win the game. If not, it will be an uphill battle. But I also think the flip side is true on the other side. This is the best defense by far that Notre Dame will face, and I think they're going to present some problems for Hartman and Notre Dame's offensive line as well. So give me the Buckeyes here. I'm going to lay the points here, and I think Ohio State goes on the road and gets the big win.
All right, let's go to the SEC. Mississippi State, their offensive coordinator, Kevin Barbay, said he was, quote, disappointed and embarrassed his Bulldogs after they put up just 201 yards of offense, losing by 27 to LSU last week. Today, they're at South Carolina.
Well, they were absolutely embarrassed at home by LSU last week. And it's strange because Will Rogers didn't suddenly forget how to play football. They shouldn't be converting 30% on third down the rest of the year. I think those teams those things will correct themselves. In South Carolina, too, losing Juice Wells, wide receiver, one of their best playmakers, coming off of a physical game against Georgia, which we did nothing in the second half. I think Mississippi State responds today, goes on the road. Maybe doesn't get the outright win, but I'll take the Bulldogs to the points.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here. College football on Fox.